Everything we've talked about today. This is a breakthrough in understanding humans. It's a breakthrough in engaging people, inspiring people, motivating people, but it's even bigger than that. We seem more divided than we ever have before. And a lot of it is because we continue to look at other people with the same old lenses on. We continue to look at people and say, what are their demographics? How old are they? What generation are they part of? Are they gay? Are they straight? Are they black? Are they white? Are they brown? Are they rich? Are they poor? Are they Republican? Are they Democrat? Are they Canadian? We seem more divided than ever before. We keep leaning into these old-fashioned ways of thinking about people, which, as I've shared with you, are only 10.5% accurate on a good day. And here's the really good news. If we start by changing the way we look at ourselves, and take my message today to heart, when you wake up every morning, you are just running around trying to find as many things as you can that align with your values. You are a values-driven being. If you start by changing the way you look at yourself, you can't help but start to change the way you think about other people. The next time you're in an uncomfortable situation or an amazing situation with another human, you'll think to yourself, I wonder what values are causing that to happen. You'll start to use values to understand the people around you. It'll change the way you look at other people. And if enough of us do that, our values will unite us. They'll bring us together. I have yet to find a better photo for this point than this one. I still get a little choked up every time I see this photo. These folks should not be getting along, and yet they are. They found values, a connection. And that's what understanding each other's values is. It's the promise of values. And if enough of us do that, we can slowly but surely make the world a better, more values-aligned place for everyone. Okay, if it isn't clear by now, I'm pretty passionate about this stuff. This is my life's work. This is all we think about, and we live, eat, and breathe this stuff. So later, when I'm out there signing books and hanging around, if you can think of another group of people that I should be up talking to, I'd love to know. I want to get up on more stages and start talking to more and more people. So put your thinking caps on. If you can help me be an evangelist, I would really, really appreciate it. I'm going to leave you with one life-changing truth. If you forget everything else we've talked about today, take this one point away with you. It's that important. You are not your labels. Sometimes we feel like we have to behave in a certain way because of these labels. That we're not allowed to bust out of the mold and do whatever the heck we want. And I'll tell you what, that's just false. You are not your labels. You can do anything you want, anytime you want. Rebel. Rebel. Don't feel like you have to live up to these labels, but you are your values. That's the one life-changing truth. Your values drive everything you do, everything you say, everything you think, everything you feel, everything you believe, your emotions, your decisions, your behaviors, your actions. They're all rooted in your values. And once you start to realize that, embrace that, and love that about yourself, everything gets so much easier. You understand why you're here and why you're doing the things that you are doing. It's an amazingly liberating notion to walk away with. All right. We started with me sharing some personal things about myself. And we've been on a big arc together, shared a bunch of data and some ways to use that data. Gave you the big transformational truth about you. We're going to end on my favorite topic. We'll talk about me. This one needs a sip of water. On December 9th, roughly 4 months ago, I went into the hospital and had cancer surgery. And I'm fine. I survived. My surgeon says the prognosis is great. No radiation, no chemo. Had an organ removed. Whoa, sounds gross even just saying that out loud. Well, that's a big moment in my life. The months leading up to that surgery, and now the months after that surgery, you can imagine the impact it has on you. Many of you have maybe been through something similar or know someone or love someone who has. But because of these values that I know to be true for me, I got through this. I got through this in a really good emotional way. So I want to tell you why. Personal responsibility is one of my values. I need to know that I'm in charge and I'm making stuff happen and I'm moving the needle in the right direction. So getting ready for surgery, I was reading all kinds of stuff, medical papers, everything I could find about recovery, all sorts of fringe science and mainstream science about this surgery and about this kind of cancer. I was so prepared. I knew what was going on. My poor surgeon. Poor guy. The patience of Job. Health and well-being. I was on every vitamin and supplement that you can imagine that's supposed to get you ready for something as traumatic as having an organ removed. I was working out like a crazy person. I already go to the gym 3 or 4 times a week, but I was going extra hard because my surgeon happened to let it slip that one thing I could do to prepare was to get as much fat off my body as possible so that there was less to cut through, less to heal. I was like, okay, this is a mission. Here we go. So health and well-being. I was on top of that value. I was aligned around that value. And lastly, friendship. Very important value to me. In fact, more important than family to me. And once we get to know each other, I'll explain why one day. But friendship is an insanely important value to me. And I've told this story so many times, and it's a hard story for me to tell. It's a happy story. As soon as my friends at the gym, my gang, I call them my wolf pack, as soon as they found out about this diagnosis, without me asking, they put together a schedule of who was going to come and sit beside me on the couch and watch Netflix while I recovered, so that I wasn't separated from my friends at the gym. So I was in alignment around that value as well. Values. Values are the answer, my friends. It's our job to put them to work. I hope I've equipped you with some tools to do that, and I look forward to continuing this conversation in the future. Thank you for your time today.